Guys, they said Paropo shed tears as a custodian of Odua Sacred Forest storms the palace to warn Oni about the danger of losing Queen Naomi. According to the information, they said when the custodian of the Odua Sacred Forest enters the palace, most of the times, anytime he enters the palace, just know that there is something serious. He doesn't enter the palace anyhow from what we are hearing. So anything that will always bring him to the palace is something that is very serious, something that might cause problem to the palace, or maybe there is a message from the gods to the palace. That is when he usually come. And this time around, nobody have notified him that Queen Naomi have left the royal manor. Nobody have told him about anything. Kabiyesi, they said, had just been going after Queen Naomi, begging and begging and begging, telling Queen Naomi not to go, not to go. They said the man came to the palace, the custodian of Odua Sacred Forest. And when he came, Kabiyesi was not on seat. They said it was Paropo who was there with some people. They were having meetings. They said when the custodian came, he went to the places where their shrines are, because there are a whole lot of shrines right there in the palace from what we are hearing allegedly. Don't forget that I do not live in the palace. Everything that we are sharing with you here, they are all alleged information, okay? So they said the man went to the place where there was shrines. He looked around, he touched some, he went to the palace gate and went around the gates and the palace surroundings, and they say he was shaking his head. He shook his head in a way that is so disturbing. And some people who were kind of monitoring him, they know that the ground is not level, not at all. That was when they said they alerted Kabiyesi's father, who was in a meeting with some people in the palace, because Kabiyesi himself was not around. They say when Paropo came out, Paropo was kind of following and monitoring his movement and some of the things that he was doing, going around the palace, checking certain things. At the end of his going around, round and round the palace, they said he called Paropo and told Paropo that a housefly who does not listen to a good advisor always follows the corpse to the grave. That Paropo should know that the land is not level, that the cloud surrounding the palace is very dark, very, very dark, that the gods are not happy, that things are not the way they ought to be, and danger is about to happen, that danger looms the palace. They said he was busy for minutes, for close to 20-30 minutes. He was speaking in parables. He was telling Paropo a whole lot of things in parable. Paropo is not a child. He understood everything the the custodian of Odua Sacred Forest was saying through parables. He told Paropo that Kabiyesi is not listening to advice, good advices. That Kabiyesi will have a serious problem if Queen Naomi leaves him. That this, when they told him that Queen Naomi and Kabiyesi have some spiritual inclination, that Queen Naomi is there for a mission. Queen Naomi is there on a rescue mission. But Kabiyesi doesn't want to give her the opportunity to do her job. That if she leaves, the gods might not do anything to her, but the gods will allow a lot of things to happen to Kabiyesi. It's going to be so devastating that the reason why he keeps coming to give his warnings is because let it not be that an adult is there and something is spoiling, that it is his duty to let Kabiyesi know. Then it is Kabiyesi's duty to do as he said. If he fails to do that, that whatever comes out of it, nobody should blame him. They said Paropo at some point started shedding tears. Though he is a man, he uses his hanky to wipe away his tears, but he understands clearly that things are not well, that the cloud is very dark. They said the moment the custodian of Odua Sacred Forest told Kabiyesi that A housefly that does not have a good advisor follows the corpse to the grave that he have delivered his message. If Kabiyesi like, let Queen Naomi slip off his hands, that he will be the one to regret it. He will be the one to carry the cross all alone, because this lady have tried, but he is not being plain. That he will blame himself if anything goes wrong. They said that is how they said the man turned immediately and left the palace. They said Ropo stood there for some minutes, shook his head, looked up and down. At that point, he doesn't know what to do, because he can only advise Kabiyesi. It is left for Kabiyesi to take advice or leave it. They said at that point, he wiped his tears and went back to the meeting, because he was having meetings with some men in the palace. The question here is, Kabiyesi, are you ready to let some people go? Because there are some people in that palace who are bent on destroying Queen Naomi. And Queen Naomi is just a human being, even though she might understand her assignment in the palace to be a rescue mission. But she's not going to rescue with her life. And she's not going there to risk the life of her son, Tadenikawo. Seeing that Kabiyesi is not standing up to defend them, to protect them, to stop some of these women from their evil activities and their manipulations. Time without number, we have been hearing that she keep losing pregnancies. The same thing is happening to Dr. Elizabeth too. And that is why they said, allegedly, that Dr. Elizabeth have made it clear that the moment Queen Naomi leaves, that she is also leaving. Because the battle in this palace is too much. Yes, it's going to be too much because they are Christians in a traditional setting. But if only Kabiyesi will help them in any way he can, it might be easier for them, you know, rather than working with their enemies. Because some of these Olories, especially Olori Calabash, she's not a Christian. She hates Queen Naomi with passion. Maybe because Queen Naomi is a Christian, or maybe because Queen Naomi's prayers is disturbing her. I don't know. But I believe that maybe because of the fact that Kabiyesi loves Queen Naomi so dearly. But if Kabiyesi loves Queen Naomi so dearly, Kabiyesi should be able to protect Queen Naomi and not exposing Queen Naomi to dangers, because with the way things are going, he is exposing Queen Naomi to dangers from these other Olories. But whichever be the case, the only thing I can say is this: let the will of God be done. I believe that the God that lead Queen Naomi to that place will fight for her. But at this point, I believe Queen Naomi should give herself a break, make a decision whether to continue or not, if not for anything, for the safety of herself and Tadenikawo. Anyway, guys, don't forget that these are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. Tell me what you think about it on the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and share my video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.